Good morning and welcome back. Well, this week starts Prostate Cancer Awareness Week. And to talk to us about what kinds of foods you can be eating to help avoid getting prostate cancer is registered dietitian and nutrition columnist Tracy Satov. Good morning.
Good morning, Paula. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for coming in. So this makes me think of fall, all these beautiful vegetables. And, you know, I always want to talk about the tomatoes first, because tomatoes really are a superfood.
Absolutely. They are a fruit and a vegetable at the same time. There's so many variety with the colors that we have today, and they contain lycopene, which is an antioxidant that can promote decreasing cell growth in tumors.
You know, I heard that even if tomatoes are so good that even if you eat ketchup, it's doing a little bit of good for you.
Absolutely. Canned tomatoes, fresh tomatoes, the pureed and even cooked tomatoes brings out the lycopene. So it's easy as adding it to salads or adding it to dishes, diced tomatoes, as much tomatoes possible.
Wherever you can put tomatoes,
absolutely.
You should put it in.
When you are doing canned or ketchup, you would prefer to use the no sugar or no salt added to get the purest benefits, but it's so easily available that you can actually add it to everything that you eat.
So if you're a man over 40,
yes,
you should be when you're going to buy food and thinking of your vegetables, you should be thinking of these vegetables. Let's go over to here. Now, these are sweet potatoes, squash. This is the kind of thing that you see that makes you think of fall and October and leaves falling. Why are these, let's start with the sweet potatoes. Why is it so important?
It's all because of the same thing. It's carotenoids, another antioxidant that has been shown in studies to reduce cell damage when it comes to prostate cancer. And that's the whole point about prostate health. We want to make our bodies most protective and most immune against any damage that's possible.
So basically any squash that's out there.
Any squash that's out there. Anything that has the most color. So you can see even from these carrots that are now dark purples or dark oranges or reds, all those are increasing the beta-carotene, the carotenoid, the antioxidants that they're available in the foods.
It's interesting you should say that, because these carrots, these dark carrots, have become so trendy now. If you go to dinner, I've just gone to dinner parties and they're always out. They're, you know, a little bit of that rough look, and yet they're not only they're trendy, but they're superfood in and of itself.
Full of nutrients and anything with lots of colors. So greens too. Let's not forget our kales, our broccolis, our Brussels sprouts. Studies are showing that men who eat 3 or more servings of greens per week can decrease their chances by almost 40%.
And so it gets so confusing when we hear what we should eat, what we shouldn't eat. Obviously, the more vegetables, the better. Is there a special way to cook them?
Any way you want to cook them is good. You don't want to take too long. You don't want to over-process them. You don't want to fry them. You don't want to grill them at a high temperature. You want to steam them raw. A lot of vegetables are best eaten raw.
Right.
Tomatoes are one of the exceptions that actually cooking brings out all the nutrients. See, a lot of vegetables, what happens is, and fruits, is that there's a vitamin C. A lot of the vitamins, they're fragile to heat, and they're very sensitive to it. So if you can, you want to eat it in its form as well.
And if people want to cook them, then best to saute them.
Absolutely. Very easy, and you'll get all the nutrients that you want from them as well.
And what kind of foods should people avoid?
Basically, what people should avoid is red meats, lots of dairies and high-fat foods. They're saying that those types of foods could promote cancer growth. It's overall a healthy lifestyle. People with obesity have a greater risk of getting prostate cancer. And there's alternatives, right? There's definitely alternatives that you can eat instead of animal products. You could do beans, you could do legumes, organic soy products. Those are things that you can incorporate in your diet that are better for your prostate than actually going ahead and eating those high-fat foods.
And make sure to get your protein, right? Because protein
is huge. Right. But even like fried food once a week are showing that it can increase your chances by 30%. That's huge by eating French fries once a week. And as a dietitian, I really believe in catering the lifestyle towards my clients. And there's never you can't. I don't believe that life is way too short.
Okay.
But everything should be in moderation and limited.
All right, Tracy, we'll leave it on that. Thank you so much for coming in and,
Thank you.
and giving us some great tips.
My pleasure.